On the come up, better sit low. The product base, but it drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. Alex O, crypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. Alex O, crypto. Alex O, crypto. Alex O, crypto. Alex O, crypto. What you know about juice? Making them moves. Data flow casual, breaking the news. Revenue proof. A building portfolios taking well over exceptional pain. I'm trapping this game. So participation ain't a hard knock. I put in the work so you got knowledge. You ain't drawing with luck when you following us. The result is a pen full of fat pockets. Bada bang, that's an outer gang with an auto flame. With a lot of hate. Get about the lane. Ain't about the trade. Have another trade. Get another play. They playing guys so pretentious. Drapes in these waters forbidden. Well indeed, that's a felony. Don't look at me for the TRB. Have you heard of TRB? I don't know. On the come up, better sit low. The product base, but it drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. Alex O, crypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. Alex O, crypto. On the come up, better sit low. The product base, but it drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. Alex O, crypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. Alex O, crypto. Alex O, crypto. Alex O, crypto. Alex O, crypto. Alex O, crypto.
Happy Monday. What's going on, guys? Back. I'm getting feedback already. Are we ready to rumble or what? What's going on? Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the Otter gang. A little bit of a fake out today. We were all going to zero and altcoins were going to bear market lows and the world was ending and I got sunburnt, and holy smokes, do I look saturated. It looks like, is there a way to turn down my saturation? Let's see. I look like a carrot. Look like a carrot. Let's see. Is there a, oh man. That thing gotta be turned down. Turn it down for what? Is that better? I think that's better. I look like a bloody carrot. That Italian skin. Hey, Italy, okay? I cannot help it. What's going on, Otter gang? Are we all making money? Good to see you guys. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Happy belated Father's Day. You know, I can't say that I was allowed to celebrate Father's Day. However, we did celebrate it with No. You know, we did have a nice Father's Day celebration for my grandfather, and it was really nice. So I hope all the fathers out there, thank you so much for all you've done, for leading the path for me to hopefully follow in your successful footsteps. I know parenting cannot ever be easy, but we always try to do our best. And I think that's all that's required. As long as you're a good person, you teach them good morals and all that stuff. I don't know. I'm just going to try and teach them to be kind, you know? Because this world needs more kindness. So hopefully we can continue to do that. Chris Klein says, I got mad sunburn last Wednesday and I think I got sunstroke. Just peeled like heel last night. Yeah. Sunburn is not good, man. Especially when I lived in Australia. Whew. I hope you feel better, man. Good to see you, Chris. As well as everybody else here. D. Johnny, Melissa, hope you're doing well. Zep, Jeanette, Bjorn, good to see you. Bjorn, it's good to see you, man. Quantum Reality, Jesse as well, Magnum DeFi, all you amazing, amazing people. And those who took the long, those who are just chilling, those who are like, nah, I wasn't about to jump in and in a trade like that, we were going to crash. And that was kind of the sentiment I could sense within everybody, right? Is that we were definitely feeling like, oh, we're probably going to die and we're probably going to crash and all that stuff. But nonetheless, we have pumped, baby. We gave the trade setup in advance and we have pumped. Okay, and that's the thing, is that we were ready, looking for this order block to come and get filled, and then a bounce occurred. Okay, we did have some news this morning that we are aware of that we can go over, but nonetheless, before we kick it off, we got to jump into all you dads out there showing me how to have some fun. We're currently on number 11. As we proceed to give you what you need, what do you call a fish? Oh, we did that. A fish without eyes. And that is a FSH. We've done that one. Why did Dad quit his job at the shoe recycling shop? Because it was soul destroying. Oh, man. It was soul destroying. That's why I quit. Oh, man. It just keeps getting better and better, folks. So make sure you like and subscribe. Join us in the free Discord. Because we always be crushing it. I mean, look at this. Okay, we go over and we take a look. These are grandpa jokes. You guys got to give it a rating. I would say that's like an 8 out of 10, man. That's like one of the better ones, in my opinion. Holy smokes. So, yeah, coming down, grabbing this order block, right, my friends? So Mondays are typically pump days, right? Statistically, if you watch Eric Crown, you know that. And the false move could be occurring right now. We get the V-shaped recovery rolling over after Sunday evening, coming into the order block down here. And here were the trades this morning, right? So we had the 65-135. Stop loss down below here, where we were looking for our previous entry at the swing failure pattern. So we had a couple ideas this morning. This was given before price got to this area. It consolidated and then it bounced. Okay, you could have taken multiple trades today, or you could have taken a different trade setup where we did push out, retest, and continue up. You could have taken the trade from here, but nonetheless, we were definitely prepared for this trade today. So win-wins all around. And if you're new here, join us over on the Discord. Look at this. Kyle just messaged that he's looking for a trade. Inverse perpetual Polygon trade, guys. So join us in the Discord. He's looking for the perp trade here on Polygon. And, we're preparing. Brewberry also made the call this morning as well, looking for the long. And then myself also gave the call this morning, looking for the long before we got there. So that is the key. This is how we roll. Alexo, Crypto, Otter Gang, everybody here working together to make lots of money because we like money. Money is good. Money is good. Financial freedom, all that good stuff. So if you're new here, join us. We are sponsored by Market Cipher and BloFin. Please use the exchange down below, trusted exchange of the channel. It helps me support you guys. Everything is free here. So it means a lot to me when you guys, use the sponsors and all that stuff, because it does give us a little bit of a wage. So thank you so much. And I appreciate you guys. But what now, right? Okay, you made the call now. Now what are we going to do, Alex? We just seen the pump. We missed the pump. We're not in a trade. We thought everything was going to roll over and go to absolute zero. How do we prepare for the next trade, right? And this is how we do it. Well, in my opinion, this is how I would do it. So first, looking at this range, where are we looking for trades? We're looking for a retrace, a continuation, or we're looking for a possible dump level, right? So we have our sell wall up here right around 68,000. Okay, there's a double support and resistance line in here. This is acted as heavy support or heavy resistance. Okay, so we're aware of that if we do come up to this area, that we could be looking for a rejection back down. Okay, but in the short term, if we are looking for trades in the immediate future, what I would generally be looking for right now, as we speak, is a retest back down. Okay, so you can see here we are at the point of control. We have busted through, break of structure, right? So we're going to pull a fib from the swing low to the swing high and take a look at where our bounce zones are, right? So we go all the way up to the top of this wick here, right? We extend that over. We look for our bounce zones. We can see that we do have a little bit of a volume node here at the 382, and then another one down here at the 618. So if I'm looking for trades right now, I'm looking for a continuation. I'm looking for this thing to come back down after getting a little bit of a rejection up here after a very bullish move, back down to your 382 for a continuation up to this trend line. That's a possibility. Or we're looking for that 618 bounce, which is actually at a key level of support down here. Okay, so we be patient. The trading day is pretty much over. So I would suggest being patient, and we're waiting for the dust to settle. Now, what were we talking about for the dust to settle? Well, last week, if we zoom out here on our 4 hour, right, and we take a look at the range, last week was an absolute gong show, okay? A gong show, because we had Jerome Powell, we had FOMC, we had all of this within this chunk here, right? So if we're looking at last week, what happened last week? Well, we started last week right around here, which was Sunday, and then we dumped, then we pumped, then we dumped, and then we dumped, right? So this was last week, guys. I said to you guys last week at the beginning of the week, you probably don't want to trade this thing because it's going to be chaotic. And it was, okay? It was absolutely a monstrosity to trade, okay? For me, I wasn't happy with the way I traded. I had a couple of losses and some wins, but mostly I was down that week a couple of percent on the portfolio. But nonetheless, I managed the risk okay. Okay, so it's okay to take losses as long as you're managing risk. It's part of trading. And sometimes it's best to take weeks like this off, okay? We talk about that quite frequently, where you got to be managing your risk, right? So now we're waiting for the dust to settle. What are we looking for in general, right? So the idea is that we have come up in the and retested highs, right? We made a double top here, and we are looking for a general correction, right? So we are looking for this, where price has come back down, broken structure down over here, coming back up, retesting maybe up to about 68,000, and then continuing downwards into the 68.3 area. Okay, that's the general area that we are looking for a macro bounce for continuation onwards and upwards. And this would be your basic, you know what I mean, ABC in the place to be, where it comes back down and corrects after a very aggressive, a very aggressive bounce from the bottom. Oops, I missed there. A very aggressive bounce from the bottom after we hit that 56,650 area that we were targeting for a long, right? So we had this very aggressive move up where we were looking for the correction, and then the continuation back upwards, trying to challenge the higher time frames. Okay, so patience will prevail, but nonetheless, we need to be prepared for a little bit of a possibility of some more downside. Okay, and it is hard to fathom that we're going to get more downside, especially when we look across the board and things like render and you name it, your favorite altcoin is not doing so hot, right? It's not doing so hot. It's even your favorite Pepe here is coming down to key levels of support, right? Kind of struggling right now. So it's very, very important that we understand risk. We understand where we're at in this this structure and where we're looking to get to with Bitcoin's price action. Now, the hopium case, okay? The hopium case, and we'll go over top-down analysis on Market Cipher on BTC, but the hopium case is this, okay? And I just shared this. This is an inverse head and shoulders, and for me, this is like living on a prayer, okay? This is like, if this happens, I mean, bullish AF, right? Bullish AF, if we want to measure that, that's a pretty sexy move, right? That's a pretty sexy move all the way up to, that 88,000. I'm eyeing up 81,000 for our initial breakout, but nonetheless, it's a breakout. I think all we really want to see is some hopium here, right? And timing wise, I've been looking at mid-July to early August, okay? And that's kind of where I'm at with timing wise to where we can start pushing upwards, okay? And until then, I expect us to range. Like I don't want to be a Debbie Downer or someone who's just like, but I'm not going to give you a false sense of hope where, we can just, we're going to go to the moon. And that's not a profitable way of thinking, okay? That's going to end us up getting wrecked. We're going to miss opportunities on shorts, and we're not going to be able to take advantage of price action as it presents itself throughout the week, right? By getting long this morning, we were able to capitalize on that move up today, right? When everything seemed like it was going to die, we longed, right? And by doing that, we've been able to extract plenty of profits out of this range. And as traders, we range way more often than not, okay? So develop your strategy, work together, ask any questions you want. I'd be glad to answer them. And get used to trading ranges, right? Because when you get outside of a range, you can greatly take advantage of these things throughout all the markets, especially on Bitcoin, because it does tend to respect them. As we can see here, we range, right? And when we range, it gives us ample opportunity to buy and to hold, right? Because we are up only, no's, all that good stuff. We literally, like, this was literally where I dropped about $70,000 on Bitcoin, bought 2 Bitcoin down here, just because of the TA and understanding where we were coming out of this uptrend, consolidating sideways, everybody getting bored, that flush out before the continuation upwards, right? And this was quite a long time, and we have been in this sideways action too for quite some time as well. This has been 90 days, 3 months, right? So I think we're all getting a little bit antsy, and that's okay, because nonetheless, we can prepare for that sweep out and that continuation upwards that I do believe is coming eventually. Now, my target, like I said, is to mid-July, where we can be looking for that move, right? My long-term targets are over here, where it is pump time here, mid-July to early August, right? Pump time, trend line. We'll see if we get there, if we can continue and then take off, right? But that doesn't mean we want to see liquidity left behind. Now, are we way too bullish? Maybe, but I do see, I do see a lot of things in anticipation for why to be bullish, okay? And that's supply and demand, the halving, all the things that are coming in with our 2024 U.S. election and rate cuts. It all is lining up. So we have a thesis, we have a plan, we stick to the plan. However, we may need to alter the plan if there's some ideas that you have. So one of the ideas that I do have right now, and I am sitting on, and I'm not going to sit on it long, but I may be selling off my Matic and my Cardano, okay? And now, don't hold me to this. I will tell you if I do it. But I might rotate that capital into something that I believe will do better on this bull run. So it's time to consider your positions. But the beautiful thing I believe that is happening right now is that we have seen what is working and what isn't working. Real world assets, AI tokens, meme coins, GameFi. These things have all ran. So why wouldn't we take that knowledge and rotate and balance our portfolios to capitalize on bigger gains now that we've had such an aggressive sell-off on altcoins? Just something to consider, because we want to hold the best things and we're here to make money at the end of the day, okay? So that's something that I am considering. I ain't pulling no triggers yet, but I will obviously let you guys know if I do decide to rotate some capital into some other projects. Okay, let's go over the weekly, because it's always important to check your weekly whenever you start your trading week. And you can see that we do have a pretty ugly looking weekly candle. Okay, Mr. Whale says, can you check ENA? It's in the game. Yeah, guys, throw your altcoins down below. I heard Dave Digital volunteer himself that he would really like to look at your favorite altcoins today, and he would compile a list for you guys. So if you guys want to throw any of your altcoins down below, Dave, if you could please tally some up and throw some altcoins out there, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys for being here. Okay. So looking at BTC here, what do we notice about this weekly candle? It looks pretty ugly, doesn't it? Right? It looks pretty ugly, pushing down here, a little bit of a wick backwards, backing up. But nonetheless, we have currently, might I say, bounced from these levels. Now, this doesn't mean we're out of the woods yet. It's Monday, so this can definitely be questionable looking at this candle, but definitely a very aggressive pushback after opening up around 69,000 last week, pushing all the way down to a 66,000. So we're about break even right now with that close, and we have bounced back up. So it seems to me, looking at this chart right now, that we have bounced pretty nicely off of 65,000. Okay, that doesn't mean we're going to continue up from here, but it does look as though right now that we've bounced twice from the 65,000, where it was former resistance. We pushed through it, right? We've come back. We've retested it once here, right? Now coming back and retesting it twice, looking for continuation out of here. Okay, so right now, patience will prevail, but let's go into our weekly market cipher chart. So market cipher, showing some bearish signs. Okay, the only thing that isn't bearish on this weekly with this anchor trigger wave downwards and VWAP being below the zero line is the fact that when the VWAP is down below the zero line and sub -10 down here, we can look for a particular pushback. Okay, and you can see here you've done it before, and if you mark it out, 1, 2, 3, we can look at these candles. We can go into our chart, and we can see that as we started to flatten out, okay, flattening out here on our VWAP, we eventually started to push back, and then the next candle here, as we were pushing back, pushed us out of the lows. Okay, so as we're coming down here, looking at this, right? As we're coming down here with our VWAP, we look for flattening out, and then the first pushback. That's when we're kind of ideally looking for longs. Okay, that doesn't mean that this thing can't snap back, but we're aware of what happens when it flattens out, and it can lead to nice moves to the upside when zooming out. And we look at what's happened when VWAP has bottomed out right here, beginning of a big move, right here, beginning of a big move, right here, beginning of a big move, right? And right here, beginning of a big move, right? So we're looking for another one where we're at right now. So this is looking okay, okay? This is looking okay because we are a little bit overextended on our VWAP, but we look for it to flatten out and continue onwards and upwards, okay? Because we are in a macro uptrend and we are in a bull market. Now, that's the sentiment, that's what I believe, and I will not change that thesis until we close, literally we would need to close below here, which is around 50,000. If we start closing and retest like this, okay, I can flip my sentiment. But until then, I remain bullish because we are in this beautiful, beautiful uptrend where I will look for consolidation and continuation, okay? And that's what I feel long-term, and that's what the chart is telling me, okay? Going into our 3-day. Now, we're anticipating our 3-day to cool off and reset. Now, what has happened is the VWAP has reset on the 3-day, suggesting a bounce from here. So a little bit of patience will prevail, but nonetheless, we want to see this money flow start to turn back up. Okay, we want to see the momentum wave try to push back here. Now, it isn't going to happen overnight. This would take a little bit of flattening, right? So this is telling me if we're looking to anticipate, that will be by Thursday, we'll see where this momentum wave is going. If the momentum wave is coming down, we're looking for a bounce off the zero line. If the momentum wave is starting to curve up, then we're looking for a VWAP crossover coming into the market for next week, okay? That would be next week, Wednesday, that we would target a move up, okay? But right now, patience will prevail. The long-term timeframes look to be kind of settling down and resetting, especially when we go into the daily. Now, the daily, to me, looks pretty bullish, okay? Now, I'm not trying to get anybody's hopium up, but Thursday, so if we're aiming for Thursday, right, that would mean that we would get another 3 candles into Thursday evening, where we will be looking for this VWAP to cross over the 0 line, money remain green, stochastics bouncing off the mid-level here, and the momentum wave that is very oversold pushing back up with a green dot, okay? And this kind of gives us that hopium, right? That hopium for the upside move, right? Because of the deep momentum wave, because VWAP's coming up to the 0 line, right? Because we're bouncing off of the 50% line on the stochastics here, it's suggesting that we could be looking for, Post says, a midweek reversal. So that's something to anticipate. Now, we want to forecast as much as we can, but it's not going to allow us to get those sniper entries like we took this morning. So being a prepared trader is being a profitable trader. You also want to be patient, but you don't want to just sit on your hands and wait for something to happen that isn't going to happen. So we are aware of that, but how do we prepare for that? So the general thesis here is that we could be pushing up before continuing downwards, right? A, B, C, right? In the place to be, then the long here. So I don't want to get anybody's hopes up too high. We're going to see how we react coming up to the trend line coming down here, right? Because we have had a little bit of a correction with that crazy week. So the crazy week is what really doesn't allow me to have certainty in the market as of yet because of what happened last week. We got the dump, we got the pump, we got the dump, and then the rollover, and then crawled up over the weekend, perfect little flag, and then rolling over, making a double bottom this morning. Okay? Now, on our 12-hour here, you can see we've got our beautiful green dot pushing upwards. However, money flow has come below the 0 line, right? And same with the VWAP here, has come back to the 0 line and had a little bit of a bounce. So for me right now, I want to see money curving back up, right? Pushing towards that 0 line with continuation throughout here with probably an anchor and a trigger wave pushing price back up. Now, one good thing is that since we've gotten that push back up, we have a big gap within our stochastics and our regular RSI, right? The stochastics is the colorful one, right? That switches from red to green, and the regular RSI is down here. So the regular RSI, when there is a big gap, you can see these big gaps lead to pretty good moves, right? Where the RSI catches back up to the stochastics, right? So if you look at these areas, you can see coiling, pop, right? Over here, right? Coiling, pop, down, right? So hopefully we can see that kind of action, price action this week where Bitcoin possibly pops back up. Okay, so there's some hopium here as well. Let's go into our 4-hour. So the 4-hour, like we were saying just recently, is that we have broken structure to the upside. So we have double bottomed, broken structure to the upside. We are looking for a retrace, continuation back up to key levels of resistance, which is right around 67 to 68,000, right? So if I pull up our key levels of support and resistance, that big level here, right around 67,700 to 68,000 is going to be, you know, that big wall of resistance. So that's what I'm kind of looking for a reaction. If we can push through, flip this to support and continue on, great. If not, I would look for consolidation. I would look for this consolidation and continuation down. Okay, so be prepared for some downside, but we'll see as price presents itself throughout the week. We're aiming for Thursday for a pushback. Long term, short term, I'm looking for a retest down below here and a continuation up to this trend line. Looking to see a reaction on price here. Now, we know that we do have that big resistance, like I just showed you guys, to get back up within that range. So getting above there is going to take a lot of power, right? You can see here, you got that 7,700 area with a lot of volume, right? So you can see that this is going to be a big doozy for price to get above. So it's going to act as a key level of resistance. So let's be patient and let price come to us. Just trying to position ourselves for the move, right? We don't want to be caught up, trying to jump in late. We want to be looking for price to come to us and set the trap. Like today, right? Today we had the beautiful long trade set up. We were still looking for this one down below here. We got a perfect double bottom and we got that reversal and that continuation out, breaking the downwards trend line here, giving you another opportunity to enter for continuation. Okay, so there was multiple opportunities today on Bitcoin to get long. But if you are new here, join us in the Discord. I mean, we were prepared for this long before it showed up, right? And I think I take pride in that. As a trader, we want to be giving you guys the best opportunities we can to jump in these trades and make some money. Okay, so congratulations if you did take the long. If you didn't, then it's okay. We can continue to work together to help you identify when to enter, when to exit, how to manage risk, all those good things, because that's how we make money trading. Not only are we patient, but we are profitable, and we want to make sure that you are as well. So we're going to jump into the altcoins. Thank you guys so much for being here. Smash those like buttons, subscribe if you're new, join us in the free Discord, all those good things, and we'll be jumping into the altcoins. I think Chris Klein did the altcoins. Let me take a look here and see where the altcoin list is, because I think Dave Digital ditched me. Oh, man. I think the mods took the day off today. I don't see any of the mods in here. Amy Lives Crypto, Otter Gang. What's going on? What's going on? Good to see you. What do you think? Inverse head and shoulders for Bitcoin to the moon? You guys let me know in the chat. 1 or 2. 1, yes, the inverse head and shoulders is going to play out. We're going to the moon. 2, now we're going down. Rex City. Forget about it. Alex O Crypto, you're delusional. You need to give your head a check. What do you think? Inverse head and shoulders. Or I would say 64.5K. Maybe 60. Okay, let's start that poll and see what you guys think. The people's champion, the people's channel. So that we can make sure that we are delivering you guys some alpha. Now, why is my studio acting weird? That's okay. So we're going to get into your favorite altcoins. I saw someone say we missed Solana. Solana currently soiling itself to the downside right now. So ain't looking too good, but we can go over all your favorite altcoins. Hopefully, yeah, it seems as though... Is the stream working? I think so. We should be good. Let me know in the chat if the stream is fine for you guys. I'm getting a little bit of technical difficulty on this side. Maybe I need to check quickly on the stream. It's YouTube is acting really weird lately. I mean, we have a great connection. We have a fast computer, and yet it continues to not perform, which is kind of irritating when you're trying to do a live, and yet the studio, as we speak, is not working. So bear with me. I do believe I have a chat here on Streamlabs that I can pull out so I can see you guys nonetheless. So I can make sure that I can see you guys. Can you guys see? Let me see over here, looking at the Streamlabs chat. Okay, you guys say you can see fine, no problem. Yeah? Okay, close poll. Are you guys all there? Yeah? You guys are all there. It says you're all here. That's so weird. It says it's working. Better ask Mrs. Otter to make sure it's working. I don't know what's going on with the stream here. Just all of a sudden cut out. Sorry about this, guys. It's not my intention. Okay. My channel. Okay. Going to the live. You have 3,000 subscribers. It says I'm live. Is it not working? Yeah. Look at my screen. It's all messed up. Look, it's not. It's black. You can? Yeah. Are you watching me? Yeah. Are they watching me? I can't see my chat. Okay. It's fine. Okay, I can see my chat here. I'll turn it. I got my phone here. Okay. Fine. Okay, I can see my chat here. I'll turn it. I got my phone here. Fine. Okay, I can see my chat here. All right, I got to mute myself. I don't like my voice that much, man. You are live. Okay. Literally, my YouTube studio is blank. It is blank. But I can see the chat here, so I can see it down here. You guys better be behaving yourself. I needed that altcoin list. We got Cas, man. Cas is looking like a bounce, okay? So let's jump over to Cas, and hopefully YouTube Studio gets its ish together, so it can smarten up, right? Oh, now it's working. Now it's gonna work. You silly Sally, you. So let's go over to Caspa. Thank you guys for bearing with me, man. Honestly, I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I don't know what's going on with this silly silly studio, man. Fiat mining in progress. Hope you're doing well, Pollo Chicken, man. Good to see you. So Caspa flagging out, okay, coming down to key levels of support, looking like a possible bounce, okay? Now, I was looking at this morning. Sheesh, I should have shared this, man. I should have shared this. Dang it. So Caspa coming down perfectly. Swing failure pattern, bullish divergence, okay? Oh, man, I feel bad for not sharing this morning. So I was looking at this, but I wasn't sure to share it. You can see swing failure pattern here coming in, beautiful bullish divergence, money coming back in, which was a good sign, and pumping up here. So it has reclaimed key support, right? That key support being, right around here, around 15.3 cents, okay? Coming back up, it has some resistance to get above, but nonetheless, it's looking okay. It's looking okay. Now, we want to be aware that Bitcoin is looking a little bit weak right now. A little bit weak. We don't want to say it's weak, but a little bit weak, okay? And if it's going to hold here, then okay, pushing back up. But if we do correct, okay, and this goes for all the altcoins, is that if we do correct and we come down, the altcoins are going to suffer, okay? And that's just the way the cookie crumbles, right? But nonetheless, Caspa has bounced from this key level here. 15.3, looking okay. In this kind of falling wedge, which is bullish in my opinion, that you can see here. But nonetheless, for something like this to continue, it needs to start making higher highs and higher lows, right? The 4-hour looks great, right? We get into the short-term time frames, looks great. And then we identify, we definitely have resistance right here around 16 cents, right? So as it comes up to 16 cents, either it makes a new high, comes back and continues, Or we get a little bit of a rejection and a continuation, but then we get a higher low, suggesting momentum has switched to the upside, where we can be looking for potential higher highs and higher lows to get in on the price action to target to the top of this downwards trend line, which is right around, just under 17 cents, okay? So let's be patient with this, but nonetheless, a nice little bullish divergence on Caspa pushing out from these lows here. Very easy to see. I was looking at this long earlier today, and I should have shared it with you guys, but nonetheless, pushing out. Good move from Caspa, right? Reclaiming this range. So getting above this high here at 16 cents is going to be crucial, and that's what I would look for. If we're looking for an entry to a long on a short-term time frame here, well, you can see you got your double bottom here, momentum coming up, right? So I would go swing low from here to swing high wherever we're at right now. I would pull the fixed range volume profile within this area here. I would identify where the key volume is. That's around the 382 right here. You can see it. So I'd be targeting this general area for a bounce and continuation, okay? But better than that, with confirmation is coming back down, retesting this order block within here, right? And then continuing upwards as well, right? You do have big support down here at 15.2, but if you want to try and front run this and get into a little bit of move up, trying to get this higher high, you're going to be looking right here around 15.5, okay? And hopefully that can help you out with Caspa. But overall, Caspa looking a lot stronger than most other altcoins, okay? And that's important, right? It has definitely pushed, consolidated, and pushed. And that is the story ever since it got up here on Caspa. Let's go over to Illuvium. Illuvium gaming token, okay? So here's another thing that, has the potential, lots of games, all that good stuff, to perform, right? To perform. So Illuvium coming down to key support here. We were looking at it for a little bit of a pushback. Look at that. We got the pushback to where we were looking. As we can see here, the low pushing back up, continuing momentum. And then the momentum was lost, and then we trickled back down, okay? So a lot of the old TA, was relevant until it was broken, right? So now you can see a big bottoming signal here on Illuvium coming down to the previous lows here, right around that $72 mark, and bouncing from there, okay? So going to the 4-hour, what can we see here is a clear downtrend on Illuvium where we are looking for that breakout trade, right? So everything keeps sort of making these lows, and it really is indicative, in my opinion, to wait for this thing to bottom. Now, what do I mean about that? Like, if we look at any sort of bottoming structure, what are we looking for, right? So let's pull it up. Now, there's many different schematics for the Wyckoff accumulation, right? So if we have trickled down here and we're looking at this, right? And this is just a little side note, side lesson, right? So we're looking at this and we want to see this area. So this is your Wyckoff schematic, right? So we look at this. What are we looking for in here? We're literally looking for this spot, right? So we're looking for this within here, right? So we can see that it has come down and it's made a lower low, right? It's made a lower low. I don't know if this is hard for you guys to see, but it has made that lower low, right? So the lower low's in, boop, right? Now it's coming back to retest these lows here, right? So you got lows here, coming back to retest that. Now you want to see a higher high put in and a higher low, and then that's the spring pushing you out, right? And then you can look for that continuation, that flag out, and that bullish sort of spring out of a bottoming structure, right? And with altcoins, I believe that's what I would want to see if I'm going to rotate capital from one to the other is where we get that, beautiful bullish divergence, spring continuation, taking out significant highs, retesting the lows before continuing on, flagging out within this area, and then off and onwards. So I want to look for this area, right? If I'm looking to jump in to a DCA, right? If you want to buy the dip and average in right now, then okay, that's cool. But for me, for confirmation is going to be king with any of this stuff. Because what if we do just roll over on Bitcoin and drop another, if we're going to roll over on Bitcoin, I'm looking for us to come down. The lowest I'm looking is 62,000 right now. So what would a 8% drop in Bitcoin do to your favorite altcoins? Ask yourself that, right? Because altcoins are going to take a much, much bigger hit, right? So you're going to be looking at maybe a 20% coming back down to retest supports, right? And that can be a big difference in the amount of money you make during a bull run. So waiting for those confirmations where, okay, I wait for a confirmation for 4%, or I wait for a bottoming of 20%, which gives me a massive difference in return when going forward, okay? So that's just a little food for thought there. Now looking at it in the short term, right, we can see that it is trying to bottom, right? It has bounced back up. It is in a downtrend. So we're looking for that reversal sign. We've got an anchor wave here, VWAP coming to the upside here, pushing price up, but nonetheless, money is coming out of the asset, right? So I want to see starting to push back in with the money flow and continuing to make higher highs and higher lows out of this kind of bottoming structure on Illuvium. Okay. Now let's go over to, and Illuvium does need to get above this level here, 78.54. Let's go over to STX. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you're new here, join us in the Discord. Subscribe if you're new. We'd love to have you. We go live Monday to Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We give free trade signals. We have an amazing Discord, an amazing group of people. Some of them are questionable, but I love you anyways. I'm just kidding, man. You guys are all amazing. You guys are all amazing. Thank you guys for your support. I appreciate every single one of you guys, even if you're a bit crazy, because aren't we all? Aren't we all? I mean, we're in crypto, baby. Let's go. Come on, Grandma. Buy Illuvium, Grandma. Don't you know? It's going to be the next big game. It's like, think about it like Wheel of Fortune, but better. I don't know how to sell Illuvium to Grandma, but I'm gonna. It's like bingo on drugs. Like, I don't know how to sell it. How do you sell crypto to Grandma, right? Oh, let's go, Grandma. I always talk about my IBIT, the IBIT welcome to Bitcoin grandma chart, right? Where Larry Fink even rugged his own grandma. Welcome to Bitcoin. Ah! We'll buy here, Grandma, but thank you for being our exit liquidity. Start this thing rolling. Oh, man. Too good, man. Too good. Thank you. So stacks, yeah, coming into that buy zone. Well, Grandma, buy stacks. It's like pancakes. You stack them up. It's like stacking sats, right? It's like pancakes. The more you stack, the better it is when you cut through it and you get all the maple syrup. I don't know. So as we proceed here, you can see we're at those buy levels, right? Retesting previous consolidation of those highs, right? So you had this falling wedge. It tried to break out, didn't succeed so well, right? So now with the bottoming structure, what we can identify is a lot of these things are actually giving us big bullish divergence on higher term time frames. So you can see money coming back in, bullish divergence, higher high, lower low, at key levels of support. So what do we want to see? My friends, higher highs, higher lows, right? Looking to get in here, holding that support level that we can see right over here. Getting above there, holding that, right? And continuing to push upwards. That is a beautiful, beautiful bottoming structure. Okay? Beautiful. So consolidation, breaking back up, that's going to be a nice area for stacks to continue. And right now, it's at a very, not financial advice, but decent buy level, right? So you can see that you do have some work to do to get back up above here, right? That's no joke. That's still another 8% to go, rolling over, right? But these things are going to take bigger hits, right? Especially when we've had such a chaotic week like we did last week. This is nuts, right? Like, if we look at this week, we got sing, sing, cha, cha, cha. I don't know sound effects for that, but that's as good as I can get with the sound effects. Just womp, 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 boom, 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 boom. All right, so bottoming out, bullish divergence on high-term time frames, money coming back in, a little bit of hopium, okay? So let's see that continuation getting above here and putting in higher highs and higher lows, okay? Very, 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 very oversold, right? So would like to see a bounce here from STX. And if you've done your own research, this might be your area where you want to start nibbling into some DCA, right? Because you can see it clearly has had some nice runs up, but right now has been beaten up quite extensively, right? So think about it, how you felt when stacks had done this run here, right? And then you're like, oh man, I missed a 2x, right? And then it goes from here, and then it goes all the way up to here, and you missed another 2x, right? So think about it, what your mindset was here. What is your mindset over here? Okay? You're in greed here. You're in greed, right? You break out. Now you're in fear, right? So in fear, do you still have the stones, the cojinas? What are they? Cojones. Do you still have the cojones to DCA here, right? You definitely did over here, right? Or you definitely did up here, and you're waiting for it to come back, right? So where's your conviction now, right? Considering that we are further along and closer to that bull market run that we are anticipating long term. Okay? So it's not time to be fearful. It's time to be here and to be cheerful. That was a dad joke, okay? Try my best. XRP. It's up 5%. XRP is outperforming everything today, guys. Everything. Performance in the last 4 hours. Let's go to the daily. Look at this. Look at this, guys. XRP, baby. We're back. Let's go. I'm sorry. Guys. Let's go, XRP. So what do we see here? It's very simple. XRP is in a magnificent 10% range, okay? Here's your 10% range. Buy sub 48 and sell at 54 cents. That's XRP in a nutshell right now. Okay, but breaking out, pushing up. Beautiful, beautiful move. We had our little buy level here at 47 cents that some people took. I saw some people take that in the Discord. Congratulations to you guys. And it is threatening to break out of this big downtrend that we have been in ever since March. Okay, so let's see how it performs, right? I mean, we can't get overzealous on any of this stuff, right? Until it really puts its money where its mouth is. It's coming up to the top of the range here, but it needs to get above 54 cents. That's where your big resistance is, and it's coming into the middle of the range here. You can see the simple volume node here, so we would expect some sort of rejection from up here around 53.5 to 54 cents, and then we would be looking for a retest continuation at 50 cents right here on the dot, right? So let's see how it does. We are breaking out of this downtrend. So I'd be looking, for me as a trader, I'd be looking for the return back down, and then the continuation, okay? But nice move for XRP. Nonetheless, this was the trade to take today on this bottoming structure, triple bottom, and continuation outwards, okay? So very nice on XRP. Nice move, XRP. I haven't said that in a while. So, nice move, XRP. Bravo. You reminded people that you still got a little bit in you, man. The little engine that could. XRP, man. Oh, man. So let's go over and take a look at Jasmy, the mover, the one, the only, the breakout coin Jasmy. I mean, we've looked at Jasmy multiple times last week. We had our buy zone down here, 33 cents. It did wick down, don't get me wrong. It did wick down to 31 here, 3.1, sorry. And then it has broken out. So I would look for continuation on Jasmy, right? This is a very bullish driven token right now. And you can see it continues to make higher highs and higher lows after breaking out of this downtrend. Okay, so it found support. It is breaking out. It has key levels of resistance in front of it that you might want to screenshot if you want those key levels. They're right here. And you look for continuation. What you need to see next is a higher high. So you want to see this thing, take out the high here, and then you're looking for a return back down, probably to the support level here at 3.6 cents. Okay, so very nice structure moving out of here, right? So we want to see that return back down, and that's where we'll be eyeing up a long. Now, if we are looking for a short, right? If we are looking for a short, a nice swing failure pattern up here with too much power, right? Creating some sort of bullish or bearish divergence would be ideal, okay? But nonetheless, you can see money came all the way out and now it's starting to try and come back in, okay? So nice move here for Jasmy. Let's go into the short-term time frames and you can see continuation here, right? So probably a golden pocket bounce here. So if I go from swing low to swing high, swing low to swing high, golden pocket bounce, right? Continuation. So what are we looking for here? Depending on how high we get, right? We're looking for that golden pocket bounce. Hopefully at one of our key levels of support and resistance, giving us multiple confluences to take the long trade, right? So that's it, right? Keeping it simple and keeping an eye on Bitcoin, right? A little bit of a rejection right now coming back into the range, okay? So a little bit of a concern here for me with the continuation of a pump. Considering we came up to the point of control, we've been rejected, and we are back within this little range here. So if we wanted to isolate the range, we can go here maybe, and you can see Bitcoin is just chopping sideways here, right? And then we know that Bitcoin has massive resistance above it here that we didn't even get to yet, right? So consolidation, maybe we consolidate before taking a crack at that, before, in my opinion, getting a little bit of a rejection. And that's where I stand for now. And this will change as we get more price action, okay? So Jasmy looking for the return and the continuation. Nice move out of this little downtrend here and looking for this to push up. Let's go over to BOEM, Book of Memes, I believe. I don't think I've added BOEM to my meme coin collection charts here. So let's add it and put it into our memes. Memes. Okay, let's go over. And I've never charted BOEM because nobody ever asked me to talk about BOEM. Boom, ba boom, boom, boom. Sheesh. Really? Really, guys? I've heard about this thing. People be buying this thing. Okay. I'm sorry. But it looks ugly. It looks ugly as beep. Oh, man. Panic sold my BOEM last dip. Well, that's okay. What was your trading plan? That's the question I would ask you. So yeah, BOEM's in this falling kind of wedge here. I don't know if we can pull from this high. We could. Yeah. Double bottom here, bullish divergence, 12-hour, so lower lows, higher highs. Money coming out of the asset, though, so that's not looking good. 4 hour here, looking at this, VWAP's pushing up, money is double bottoming. But yeah, very aggressive sell-off coming down to this key level here. I could track this as well. So I go from here down through here. Something like that. Yeah, I don't like the looks of it. It don't look too strong. So bouncing off of here is one thing. There's clearly an order block here, clearly an order block here, right? So yeah, don't look too good. Very aggressive sell-off. Same with over here, right? So you typically want to see it get back up to these highs here and hold, right? You can see that there is quite a bit of support up here. So the target for the bounce, okay, is up here, holding this, consolidating sideways. So bouncing back up, holding this, breaking out of this downtrend is what I would be looking for. If this is a spot buy, cool. I mean, you gotta play the crypto casino, right? Hey, Grandma, have you heard of Book of Memes? I'm joking. Oh, Mike, Retro Mike Tech, what's going on, brother? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you, man. So many awesome people in here. Reapers, Creepers, good to see you. Amy Lives Crypto, R.S. Miller, good to see you. Mr. Whale, good to see you. Did we look at ENA? No, I'll look at ENA next. Sorry, my friend. Good to see you guys. Post as well. All these people, man. All set. Good to see you as well. So yeah, BOEM is yeah, it's ugly. It's ugly, but you gotta mitigate that risk, right, Mark? ENA. It's in the game. Let's go and look at ENA. Okay, we looked at ENA. Whew. Down at this level. Yeah, so this is the support level that we were talking about. Needs to hold this level, use less margin and less capital. Give yourself a bigger stop loss. You don't have to over leverage. You're gonna get the percentages back by trading something like this. So your target is to get back up above these lows here, right? The value area low. So I would mark out here for a candle close. And you want to see it get back up there, right? Right now you're at the lows. So you continue to look for this kind of trade here. If you're going short term on ENA and you're looking for entries, you're looking for that sniper entry, right? You can see here lower lows here, bullish divergences, right? So bullish divs coming down, right? Now you got a higher high or a higher low, sorry, with continuation. So you got anchor, trigger wave, continuation here. So what you're going to want to see on a even shorter term time frame is this thing put in a higher high and a higher low. And that's where you're going to look to enter for a continuation up. Until then, I'd be patient and let this thing come to me. I don't know what it is. Do your own research. Make sure you research these things and they have some usability or some sort of narrative, you know. But there's better things to trade, in my opinion, than something like BOEM or like ENA, right? It's fun to trade some of these things and you can make money, but you can lose a lot just as easily, okay? Let's go over to FOUL X. I don't know what you're making me look at today, Chris Klein. Yeah, this thing's ugly. This thing's ugly. So yeah, in this little symmetrical triangle, consolidation, continuation, hopefully looks like it breaks out from these lows here. So if you want to mitigate your idea, I'm experienced at being exit liquidity. Dave Digital, you are more than exit liquidity. You are a good person and a friend of the channel, and we appreciate you, bro. We appreciate you, man. That's for damn sure. Now, before I go, is there anything else you guys would like me to look at? Jupiter, fan favorite, double bottom. Okay, Jasmy. Looking for a return to innocence, coming back down here. Rune, let's take a look at Rune. Rune. Oof. Rune taking a beating, man. Taking a beating. My God. My God, Rune. Will Rune survive the head and shoulders triple top highs here? Oh, man. Rune, oh, Rune, oh, Rune. Bear market highs. Oof. Yeah. Hello, Mr. Rune. So yeah, Rune looks gross. We had the sell wall here. We had the buy wall here. Let's lower the buy wall even lower. I mean, how low can you go? Double bottom. Yeah. 12-hour bull div. Yep. 12-hour bull div. So a lot of 12-hour bull divs across the market right now. So that's some hopium to have. But sheesh, Rune. My God. My God, I didn't think you'd be this ugly ever. You ain't looking good, man. You got the pig nipples down below here, but you're making lower lows, continuation. So for me right now, you can see that we've had a wick down here, a rollover. So let's get rid of this so you can see on the 4-hour here. But it needs to build structure to the upside. Like right now, this is ugly. We're at the very much a falling off point. And you need to see higher highs and higher lows. Getting above this trend line would be ideal. And pushing back up to, this $5.10, right? Let's zoom out a little bit here. Let's pull volume across. Take a look. Yeah, there's not a hell of a lot down here. We'll go with support and resistance. Right? We can isolate price within this area. So you can isolate price by using your fixed range here. Yeah, you got it. Okay, you got a shelf of volume here and some closes, and then you also have another shelf here. So working your way back up and holding these levels is going to be what we're looking for, right? So you're at one right now. You want to see that hold, but you want to see price get above here around 469.9. And I didn't do that on purpose, but 469 is where you need to get above and hold, right? You can see that. So be very, very cautious here with Rune. Looking at Adam here. That's with an O, not an A. Adam. Looking at Adam here. Okay, Mel. I see you, Mel. I always see you, Mel. Thank you so much. Melissa's been here pretty much day one. Melissa is an OG Otter Gang member here, always supporting the channel. Thank you so much, Melissa. How's those renovations going? Are you getting them done, or what's going on? Do you need the Otter Gang carpenter to come and help you out? Hope you're doing well, Melissa. Much love to you, and thank you for always supporting the channel. It's a pleasure having you around, and what you've stuck around, which is amazing. So thank you so much for your continued support, right? So you can see you're making the lower lows here on Adam, the higher highs, right? Hidden bullish divergence, continuation. You can see there is a nice round bottoming here on your money flow. So you're definitely looking for money to cross over the zero line and get back up and put some work in. You can always track the aggressive momentum here. So you can see it looked a lot more aggressive on the daily, but you can track this here where we're looking for this to break out, right? So a nice lower low here, higher high, lower low, bullish divergence on your 4-hour, getting up to that resistance, literally wanting to see it get back and trading above, this support level. I would say the support level is like literally right here. If you fall any further, let's go over here. Let's isolate the volume within this range here. And you want to see this hold, right? So let's get rid of the box. Let's go back over to price action. Yeah, so downwards trend, you need to see this hold. You need to get above here. You've isolated price. So now we're looking for continuation, breakout, retest, pop up, or we're looking for more trickle down, holding this as support, multiple cases of bullish divergence continuation upwards and breaking out, getting above this area here. Otherwise, you're rolling over, right? And if you're going to roll over on Atom that has been beaten up quite extensively, I mean, there's not much more to this basement than what we see already, right? You're looking at $6 here, and then maybe that swing low here around 550, right? So it's going to take some work, but you know, Atom does have a lot of bullish sentiment in the sense that, you know, it's a strong project from before, but like I said, like some of these projects aren't getting the traction that they once had. So let's be very cautious when we're allocating our investments into things that haven't moved as well as some of these tokens like Ondo, like Caspa, right? Like Near, like ICP, like HBAR. You know, DOT's looking bad. ADA's looking bad. Matic's looking bad, right? Beam's looking better. Jasmy's looking better. Ordi's looking better. Sui's looking better. So let's consider, because this is the time where we can kind of hash this out. If we take profits or take a minor loss and rotate into those better projects, we could possibly make a lot more money come bull run. Okay? Thank you guys so much for being here. Bitcoin getting a reversal as we speak. The false move on Monday, coming back down, retesting the lows here. Like I said, cautious, cautious, cautious. We're looking for a little bit of downside and consolidation within this range. Coming back and wrecking people. Can we bounce from down here and continue up to this trend line? We'll have to wait and find out. But if you do want to join us, I mean, thank you guys for being here, but you know, join us with the sponsors on BloFin, one of our trusted exchanges here. It helps support the channel. It helps support me, support you. Join us in the free Discord. Get that market cipher on your charts. It's the best indicator around. We've been using it forever. And guys, thank you. Thank you so much for your support. God bless every single one of you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe out there. Use good risk management. Be patient. And I will see you in the Discord, and I will see you tomorrow. God bless you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Bye.
Undercover better sit low. The product base better drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. Alex O, crypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. Alex O, crypto. Alex O, crypto. Alex O, crypto. Alex O, crypto. What you know about juice? Making them moves that flow casual, breaking the news. Revenue proof, a building portfolios taking well over exceptional gain. I'm trapping this game, so participation ain't a hard knock. I put in the work so you got knowledge. You ain't drawing with luck when you following us. The result is a pan full of fat pockets. Bada bang, that's an otter gang with an auto flame. With a lot of hate, get above the lane. Ain't about the trade, have another trader, get another play. They playing guys so pretentious. Drapes in these waters forbidden. Well indeed, that's a felony. Don't look at me, but it's TRB. Have you heard of TRB? I don't know. Undercover better sit low. The product base better drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. Alex O, crypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. Alex O, crypto, undercover better sit low. The product base better drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. Alex O, crypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. Alex O, crypto. Alex O, crypto. Alex O, crypto. Alex O, crypto. Alex O, crypto.